In the matter of Commonwealth of Kentucky versus Brett Hankison, the Jefferson County Grand Jury charges as follows. Count 1, wanton endangerment in the first degree. On or about March 13th, 2020 in Jefferson County, Kentucky, the above named defendant, Brett Hankison, committed the offense of wanton endangerment in the first degree when, under circumstances manifesting extreme indifference to human life, he wantonly shot a gun into the apartment occupied by initials CE. Count 2, wanton endangerment in the first degree. On or about March 13th, 2020 in Jefferson County, Kentucky, the above named defendant, Brett Hankison, committed the offense of wanton endangerment in the first degree when, under circumstances manifesting extreme indifference to human life, he wantonly shot a gun into the apartment occupied by initials CN. Count 3, wanton endangerment in the first degree. On or about March 13th, 2020, in Jefferson County, Kentucky, the above named defendant, Brett Hankison, committed the offense of wanton endangerment in the first degree when, under circumstances manifesting extreme indifference to human life, he wantonly shot a gun into an apartment occupied by initials ZF against the peace and dignity of the Commonwealth of Kentucky. Mr. Foreperson, is that the decision of the grand jury?
Yes, it is.
Thank you.
I think what happened with Breonna Taylor is just another example of more and more violence of cops that aren't being held fully accountable. It's hard to say exactly what happened because I don't know a lot of the details. So, of course, I know being a cop isn't an easy job, but still, innocent civilians being harmed is never excusable. So I'm really disappointed here.
Honestly, as a black person in America, I'm not surprised that police officers aren't held accountable in this particular situation, and that the justice system, because of their police chief, is doing everything they can to make sure that it's as little bit of retribution for the police officers as possible. It's really a sad situation, but I'm hopeful, just as our people are, that we'll continue to fight. And we honestly believe that at some point this will end, but it's going to take more effort than what's already going on.
There's still a lot of racial injustices that's going on in the world, starting with her. I just became aware that the police was indicted for reckless shooting, but he was not indicted for the murder of Breonna Taylor. So we still have very much work to do, so please join in the conversation. Let's tweet this, let's make this a hashtag. Justice for Breonna Taylor, we will not stop, and her family will not stop, and we support her and her family and all the black Americans in this community fighting for the racial injustices to be stopped in America.
My job is to present the facts to the grand jury, and the grand jury then applies those facts to the law. If we simply act on emotion or outrage, there is no justice. Mob justice is not justice. Justice sought by violence is not justice. It just becomes revenge. And in our system, criminal justice isn't the quest for revenge. It's the quest for truth, evidence, and facts, and the use of that truth as we fairly apply our laws. Our reaction to the truth today says what kind of society we want to be. Do we really want the truth, or do we want a truth that fits our narrative? Do we want the facts, or are we content to blindly accept our own version of events? We as a community must make this decision. I understand that Miss Breonna Taylor's death has become a part of a national story and conversation. But we must also remember the facts and the collection of evidence in this case are different than cases elsewhere in the country. Each is unique and cannot be compared. We have a long road ahead, both as we pursue this case through the criminal system and as we address the pain in the Louisville community. I'm committed to being part of the healing process. When tragedy occurs, we must mourn. We must also do everything we can to prevent it from happening again. Today, consistent with that view, I'm announcing that I will create a task force to review the process for securing, reviewing, and executing search warrants in Kentucky.